Birthday, how birthday, how shy birthday, how birthday, how shy birthday, how birthday, how shy is the brother Kadash. I'm gonna jump straight into this. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. This is like the deepest video I'm gonna make, the deepest breakdown I'm gonna make I ever had, however you wanna say it, or something about, agents, But I made this video, man. I made like 47 minutes of video breaking it all the way down, what's completely going on. And, for some reason, Satan came and snatched the sound of the video, or maybe I didn't set something up right. So it has no sound on it. So just pretty much a complete waste. But I'm going to break this down. So this pissed me off. It says peace, and then the brother, part of Sakari, he was going in when this first opened. He was talking about how he wanted to give Vocab Malone a hug and going out his way to show him how sincere the hug was and how he ain't never had no problems and how they could do this in the future and how they was taking pictures next to the devil together. You know what I mean? And when I seen it, I just said that, what came to my mind is just that this is a business for these brothers, man. This is a business, Guys are not sincere. And they're not saying that you could be in something, a camp, and you could be doing work because it's a business. Or you could be a part of it and you could be sincere, but what are you sincere for? Are you sincere for the group? Are you sincere for, whatever y'all done built? Or are you sincere for Yahweh Shai, following Yahweh Shai, man? And a lot of guys aren't sincere for the right things. So, when I just said, this is a business and these guys aren't sincere. I mean, it makes sense, every week it's the same Hebrew Israelite stuff that happened. The camps, which, I'm going to go ahead and say it, it's just the heads of these camps are agents, man. They're set up by Esau as agents to control. Esau has his hand in all type of different things to control us as a people, right? And these guys are agents, and that's how Esau works. Esau's not gonna send some little kid coming into the truth, coming off the streets that want to learn from you, that's going to give you authority over him so he can learn from you and teach and do what he see you do. He's not going to send an agent in that way. He's going to infiltrate leadership. The Hebrew Israelite thing been around since the 60s, man. Right? Well, you could trace it back to Nat Turner if you want to count that, even past that. But, we say the One West thing from the 60s. And here it is, we in 2024, and Esau still allows us to go out on the streets and teach the Bible. He has set up cameras right by the camp and listen and see everybody face that come down there that try to join and listen to every word you say. And he'll watch it and study it, right? But he allows us to do that because the Hebrew Israelite thing is not a threat to him, which is the reason why he allows IUIC to get 800 men together and walk through a city. Esau would have shut that shit down. He allows them to do it. He helps them do it. And you don't see a police in sight because they already know that they're coming. And if they already know that they're coming, that means they're in contact with each other. So they're organizing the events. And why would Esau be letting us do it? Because we're no threat to Esau. And why are we no threat to Esau? Because he already infiltrated this. Didn't we see that with Yahweh Ben Yahweh, man? He already infiltrated this. And the camps that are around, he allowed them to do the things they do because the leadership is infiltrated with agents. He allowed them to do things they gonna do as long as they stay in order and they stay in his control and help him control us. That's how it works, man. You gotta think about it. One West, something so powerful in Harlem, in New York, brothers coming together on with this truth, introducing this. You think Esau didn't infiltrate? Have y'all not seen the movie Judas and the Black Messiah? You think if Esau didn't infiltrate it? Yeah, we've seen him infiltrate it. He infiltrated it right. That's why it split up the way it did. Because Esau corrupted it and he infiltrated it with agents. And then those different break-offs, those different splits were the agents that were splitting in different ways, because that's what Esau do. He divides and he conquers. So now today what we got is stem all the way back to that in the past, and it's already been infiltrated all the way back then. So what do you think is going on today now? That's why Esau's allowing us to do this. But every now and then, these agents, they get sloppy. They get cocky. They think they got you. And then they start doing things and revealing things in your face as what you seeing on your screen. Then they can't help it because can I really be that mad at Vocab Malone? How could they really be that mad at Vocab Malone when they work for the same people that Vocab Malone work for? They work for the same exact people that Vocab Malone worked for. Which goes back to Esau, which goes back to the rich families, the banker families, the elites, whatever you want to call them. It goes back to them, the same people that own your money. So they own you because you're giving them labor for that money. The same people that own your social security number, your inmate number. The same people that's running the world goes back to those same families, which are Edomites, man. And they have control over the people. What Esau likes to do, he finds people that have influence, whether it's the music industry, the rap game, the entertainment, athlete, the athlete game, football, basketball, he find people that has influence over other people, whether it be you got a talent, you a singer, or you just very attractive, right? He uses those people to control the masses. And even when it comes to religion, he has plenty of things set up to control the religious people that controls the masses. Anytime you get a good speaker or a smart guy or a guy that's just able to lead men and lead brothers, Esau infiltrates that and he uses that person to control the rest of the masses and allow them to get as big as they is, allow them to do the things they do. This is how it works, man. So now I'm seeing it and I'm just seeing like these guys aren't sincere, bro. It's just out there just in the open. These guys aren't sincere. And maybe this brother not, but you could be working for Esau and you don't even know that you're working for Esau as an agent. You don't even know it because you just following what this man told you. But this man is working with Esau. He's an agent. You just following what he told you. So now you working for Esau and you don't even fucking know it, man. Don't be surprised when all hell break loose if you see some of these leaders and it's revealed that they were agents for 30. You're like, they was agents for 30 years? Really? Fuck. I used to have dreams about that. I had dreams. It was weird. It was like I was knocked down on the ground. I was looking up because like some man in like black clothing was coming in, but not like man in a black with suits. They was more like dressed like goddamn Blade or some shit like that. And they had long trench coats and black. And I was looking up, but it was kind of blurry. It's like if you got hit in the head and you looking up and it's kind of blurry and you trying to gain your sight to see who the fuck you looking at or what just happened. And I just seen this. It was like a black man and he was with them. And he just walked over and the spirit was on me of like, damn, like him, he's with them. So it was like the spirit of like I'm trying to explain it. It was like, I was shocked that this person that I knew very well or that was very famous in some area was actually a traitor working for Esau. So when I woke up, I started liking them. I'm trying to break it down on what it meant. And the things that I was getting was, it's going to get exposed here pretty soon when all hell break loose. Who's really sincere for the Lord and who's not. Because the Lord is going to cause, which, in that 47-minute video I made, I was breaking it down by what do we have to do to get free then. If they control the money and they control you because you have a social security number and they control you by their laws, their rules, and they control your mind and your spirit by entertainment. To keep you sleep, to keep you, what was the word? To keep you not focused or keep you, just constantly, man, the word slipping my head, but you're not woke, you're not focused. Keep you distracted. That's the word. Yeah. To keep you distracted. So it's like, how do we get free then? And then I was breaking that down in that video of, well, the Lord put it right in front of our face. You need a breakaway civilization. What was Moses and the Israelites? They was a breakaway civilization from Egypt. Because the thing is, when you have a breakaway civilization, this is going to happen to us too. We're going to be led into the wilderness. It says that in Ezekiel 20, right? But this is the same thing they put in your face even in the movies like Black Panther. It was a breakaway civilization that was able to develop. You're able to develop to your full ability when you're not being oppressed. Like right now, we can't never be as great as we can because we constantly got Esau boot on our neck, kicking us back down anytime we climb up. But when you break away, it's harder and people don't want to do it because they're scared, they're afraid, they don't have faith, and they don't want to start and have nothing. They're accustomed to what they have, the little bit that Esau give you to be comfortable with being a slave. But they don't want to go back into the wilderness and have nothing and then build up greater and then be able to rival against Esau. That's what's going to happen. The Lord going to bring us into the wilderness. We're going to be changed. Who knows how much time these things are going to take. We're going to come back once we are advanced enough where we change in the twinkling of an eye. And then we're going to take kingdom and destroy Esau. They put it in Black Panther. A group of people out there with technology not being oppressed that, once they revealed themselves to the world, they was powerful enough to stand against the world if the world came after them. You see, so that's what have to happen. The same thing that happened in the Bible with Moses. And what happened? They went into the wilderness. They stayed there for years. They developed spiritually, mentally, and physically. And then during the time of Joshua, they were ready. When the Lord said they was ready, and they went back into the land and they took the land by force. And then eventually that led into King David, King Solomon, which was man that had vast amount of power over that area, pretty much over the world during that time. So it's the same thing. We had a breakaway civilization, which led to us coming back after we developed enough without being oppressed, and we took the world over during that time. It's the same thing they put in the movie Black Panther, and it's the same thing we're going to do again. But Esau wants to stop that, so he has to control us. And how do he control us? By setting up agents, man. He set up agents. Guys, okay, we broke up the One West camp because if that would have got out of hand, what Martin Luther King did with the Million Man March would have been nothing if that would have got out of hand. So they broke that up. They split that up with agents. And then the agents was the head of these. Esau said, no, keep this around because we see how much power this got. We just going to use it in our benefit now to deceive them, to get these young brothers that's waking up to this Hebrew Israelite stuff, these young black guys, so we could control them, so they could come this angle and we could catch them. And then what do the agents do today? They keep fighting amongst the camps, so we never come together as one, because coming together gives us our power, and coming together with our Lord gives us our power. That's what the Lord told us to do. So their job is to keep us fighting. Every week it's the same thing. Okay, let's start an argument about the new covenant between camps to keep these brothers divided and conquered that's under us. Okay, let's start an argument about multiple wives. Okay, let's start an argument about the MOTB. Okay, let's sit down with Vocab Malone and do a debate. Let's sit down with God Logic and do a debate to get more attention to us. Okay, let's sit down. Let's sit down on Jesse Peterson. Let's sit down with Sinetta and do a debate. Let's do a street debate. Just to keep attention on us and feeding them, so they have to rely, so they look up to us and how great we is, the man that we set up. But the whole time it's you being set up by Esau, you still being controlled. You don't even know that it's agents that's controlling your groups. You don't even know. So when you get a brother like me that's going to think critically, that's going to think logically, that's going to think outside the box, that has that spirit of Yahushua on them, they don't like that. So they got to get rid of you. And if you make too much noise and you get too much influence, meaning you get too popular, which the Lord just makes that happen. You get too much influence, they're going to try to bash you. And if you get even more and they can't do that, and the people just love you too much, and they follow your influence against them to break the system, then they going to kill you. This is how it works, man. They going to do anything to keep that control, whether it's through money, entertainment, or what they lost. To keep that control on you, to stop you niggas, stop us from coming together as one people, leaving, going out into the wilderness where our Lord's going to meet us and protect us. And then that's when we going to come back and take the world. They trying to stop that from happening, man. So, of course, they got the Hebrew Israelite thing infiltrated and divided and conquered. These dudes do the same dance every week. IUIC going to talk about the Christian church. GMS going to talk about IUIC. Another camp going to talk about GMS. It's the same circle, man. I think these guys are agents and they all be talking to each other behind the scenes. Like, okay, you gonna do this, we gonna do that. They all work for the same people, which is Esau, man. Those rich families, they all work for him. That's what Esau do. He used the brightest ones. He used the ones with the most influence. He have control over them, and he used them to be like masters of the slave field over the rest of the niggas. That's how he controls. Esau not gonna send some dude trying to join the camp, and that's a waste of his money. No, he gonna infiltrate the leadership, man. That's what's gonna happen. And that's what you see happening today. And that's why they get sloppy. And then you start to see stuff like this that leaks out. I really can't. Because his spirit is, he can't. Like, he don't feel how I feel about vocab. I want to see the Lord do what he want to do with vocab. I want to see the Lord put vocab. If he even put him in slavery. Destroy him. Take his head off. Drop a nuke on the top. I want to see the Lord do that to him. I don't love him. I don't want to hug him. I don't want to shake his hand. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to have no conversation. I don't want to have no debate. He's not sincere. Brother's been having debates with vocab for 10, 20 years, and he not changing. That means he's not sincere. It's over with. But these guys, you know, the spirit come out. Man, I can't really be mad at him. This is what the spirit's saying in this brother right here. I can't really be mad at vocab. I don't really have a problem. Shit, we work for the same people. Behind the scenes. See, now they getting sloppy with it. So don't be surprised when all hell break loose. If you see, man, it's gonna be like my dream I had. It was somebody that everybody knew that was popular, and he turned out to be an agent the whole time. It was working with those families. It was like, damn, him? Fuck. And he came in and he was smiling. I was like, damn. That's what the spirit was on me. You know, so that's how we gonna get free, man. But they have to stop that no matter what. They have to keep telling you, you know, go to work, give 10 hours. Howard Shaw was telling them to quit their jobs and come be in this truth because we finna leave. We finna get up out of here. It was an urgency to it. Right? Moses, there was an urgency to it. These brothers is give half of your life to Esau still, and then, you know, on Friday and Saturday, just go out on the highways and byways and teach the Bible. Esau said we're gonna allow them to do that so they could keep leading brothers straight to us, leading these young guys that come into the camp so they could lead them straight to us, which we got agents set up as the leaderships of these different groups. We'd rather them come to us where we control them rather than go out there and start something that we can't control. So Esau said, fuck it, let them do it. You know, so that's how this agency shit works, man. So yeah, we can't, that's what they want to stop. That's when they system, the rich need their slaves in order to, Louis Vuitton ain't shit. They not rich, they not prestige and name if they don't have the customers that buy the shit, the slaves. These companies, they need the slaves. They need us to run, to live, to do anything, to be great. Their job is to keep us in slavery, to stop us from doing what Moses and our ancestors did, going into the wilderness to worship our Lord. They have to stop us by any means to do that. And they're confederate together to stop that. And it's working. So they've been infiltrated this Israelite thing. Hey, you say something about them, you say something about them. Hey, the main guy that's a leader that's pointing at everybody else. Hey, this guy that tried to join my camp, he wouldn't listen. He wouldn't get on an order. He wasn't gonna be a good slave, so I kicked him to the rocks, right? And that he might be an agent. That same guy that's calling all these other guys agent, he's the fucking agent himself the whole time. Scooby-Doo, nigga, take off the mask. He's the agent the whole time. And you don't even know it. He's diverting attention away from him being an agent, trying to put the finger on some young dude that came off the streets that seen some Hebrew Israelites on YouTube and wanted to come out with brothers so he could be a part of something and teach the truth and imitate pretty much what he see them doing. He gonna point at that guy and say he's an agent. But the whole time he's the agent. The leader's the agent. The leadership is the agent. That's how it works. Esau's going to infiltrate the leadership every single time. It's a waste of his time to infiltrate the little guys that ain't got no power. Why would Esau try to send a guy off the street that ain't got no power, no saying nothing to infiltrate a group? How far is he going to get? No, he's going to infiltrate the leadership. He's going to get them to flip. Duh, that's more powerful. That's a smarter move. That's an easier move. And you seeing those things being revealed because Yahweh Shai is going to reveal everything. You know, that spirit, when Martin Luther King was getting change of his spirit, they had to take him out, man. He was too powerful. He had too much influence. Same thing with Michael Jackson. They got to take you out. You got too much power, too much influence. If you an athlete, like you somebody with major influence over the world, like Michael Jordan, over the so-called black and brown people, Latinos, Native Americans, blacks, and you still around doing what you're doing, that's because Esau allowed you to still be around. And then you got to ask the question, well, why did he allow? They'll tell you, well, the Lord just preserved it. Man, stop it. You guys, the Lord destroyed One West. He split that thing up and brought that thing to an end, the original One West camp, for a reason. So why are you guys still around after that split up? Because the Lord sent Esau. Esau split that thing up so he could keep control of you. And then he sent out agents to start broken off camps, which grew into what we got today. And we're allowed to still do it today because we're not a threat to Esau, because he already got power and control over this thing. He's using this thing to his own benefit. These guys are not sincere. This is a business for them. You know, so you got to reevaluate what you doing in this truth, what you doing with this Hebrew Israelite thing. Are you really sincere about this? Are you ready for what's going to happen? Are you ready for all the trickery that's going to happen? Do you really believe and have faith in the Lord? Do you really want to be a Hebrew Israelite? Because shit finna get real tricky, man. A couple big events happen and shit's going to get real tricky. A lot of people going to get exposed. A lot of people going to get set up. It said this in Matthew 24, man. And then they should betray one another. That's scary. That was the scariest part of Matthew 24 when it said they should betray one another. Because the only person that could betray you is somebody that's close to you. Your right hand man, your leader, the guy that bring you in the truth, an agent. You don't even know. You put all your faith in this man. He gonna lead you right to the den where all hell break loose. He gonna lead you right on a bus, on a FEMA camp bus. Like, damn, you set us up? What the fuck? I thought you was in the truth for 20 years. Whole time an agent. A lot of brothers that you look up to, that you was proud to even know them or see them or know, or they know your name, the whole time an agent. Brothers that's been kicking brothers out the camp, making 100 videos on brothers, rebuking brothers, whole time he an agent. He's not sincere. See, Yahweh Shai told us how to read the spirit. He showed us how to read the spirit of a sincere brother. Sincere don't mean that you know the whole truth, you know everything. Sincere is that you sincerely in this because you believe and you want to follow Yahweh Shai. And the spirit been on us to be able to decipher through it. When guys do stuff like this, you always gotta ask why. How many debates we gonna have with Vocab Malone? How many debates we gonna keep having with them? So why are they still doing it? Because they not sincere. They not in this for that. They might be sincere about their camp, about their business, which that leads back to Esau, man. Because he, like we said, he owns everything. That leads back to Esau. Brothers talking about they seen chariots. Man, ain't no chariot of the angel about to crash. If you seen a chariot and they said they recovered it and it crashed, man, that's the elites of this world. That's Esau and them. They behind the scenes, you'll be surprised at some of the technology. They got godlike power. They said they could track you using a tire sensor. I put a video up on the channel where it shows they could track you using a tire sensor. They could track you. They could see asteroids coming. They could send nukes to blow the asteroid off course so it miss Earth. They got godlike power. They running around and shit that got anti-gravity, man, that look like UFOs. That are UFOs. A lot of the chariots that y'all see, that y'all be seeing, y'all thinking that's the Lord the angel, man, that be Esau. And the elite flying over their cities. Spying on motherfuckers. The family that owns everything behind the scenes, bro. Everything comes back to them. You could vote Republican or Democrat, you still voting for them. You could work, you can have a business, you still paying them. Everything goes back to them. All your entertainment, all that goes back to them. That's just a pyramid scheme. That's why they put the pyramid on the dollar. They the ones sitting at the top. At the top of the pyramid, it's like a gold point. They represent that gold point, the illuminated ones, the Illuminati, and everything else is a pyramid scheme all the way down to the bottom. The next level under them is they slaves, and then the next level under them is those slaves, and it all leads back to the ones that's at the top, the rich families that run the world, the Edomites. Esau had dukes, man. And even when it come to religion, it's all a pyramid scheme. They send, they infiltrate, they send agents to have control and influence. They set them up as the leaders of that organization, and they run it from there. They control it from there. We have to break free, man. We got to go into the wilderness. We got to go meet our Lord. And then our Lord gonna give us the power to come back and wipe Esau out. So do you really want to be a Hebrew Israelite? Shit finna go down with that. I'm gonna say salvation to you. Shalom.